Welcome back, everyone. Today's project is I'm working on this trailer hitch receiver, and as you can see, the back side of it has a nice 90-degree angle that if a rock hits that, it's literally going to hold your vehicle in place. So what I have done is I have created a trailer hitch skid plate, and it's pretty simple. It's literally 3 layers of metal there for part of it, 2 for parts of the other, and I'm going to bolt this on. I've drilled holes through the top, 2 holes, and I've got 2 holes in the cross beam here. I don't know, cross member, whatever you call it. I drilled both of those holes, so that's where it's going to bolt on. And what it will do is provide a ramp for the truck to ride over and not get hung up if a rock hits that hitch receiver. I want to keep the hitch receiver because I build all my trucks with the intention of potentially competing with them. So I'll show you what it looks like installed. That is what the ramped skid plate looks like installed on the truck. Now if anything hits that, it'll just carry it right over. Also, there's a gentle ramp along this edge. It's actually 2 layers thick here, and that's the fold. I've also smoothed out the corners on this so they won't grab rocks, so even if it pushes backwards, there's a small ramp along the edge here. So I don't think it'll hang up. It still has plenty of clearance so that I can put the receiver hitch in there, or the actual hitch, and I think that's going to work really well. But I did not want to get rid of the trailer hitch just for scale points. That's going to work out really nice, I think. The other thing I've done since the last run is I have rounded out the front of the metal bumper to give it a little bit of a ramp as well. Yesterday it was catching on rocks. Sharp corners catch, smooth curves do not, so that's why this whole thing has been curved and rounded. Also, I'm not a big fan, as it turns out, of running 7.2 volts on servos. When you do that, it makes them twitchy, especially if you have a good servo. I'm running a ProTech 370 TBL on this one, and it's a very high-end servo. It's very fast, very torquey. On 6 volts, it's all you need. I had it jump to 7 volts, and it just made it twitchy because it wants to react too fast. Well, another consideration when you're running 7.2 volts, if you have micro servos like these 3, hadn't thought about it, I do not want to run those at 7.2 volts. And if you ramp up your servo to 7.2 volts, it throws 7.2 volts into the receiver and 7.2 volts to every servo on your truck, regardless of whether they're rated for it. Also, 7.2 volts to your winch, to your lights, and any other accessories. It will reduce your runtime. But in order to protect these servos, if you have multiple servos on your truck, make sure before you run them up to above 6 volts that your micro servos are rated for more than 6 volts. I hadn't even considered that, but thankfully I don't think I heard any of them. They all still function as they should. That's all for now. I gotta go out and test this thing, do a few drives, and see if it's not going to be any better. Everything you do to a truck like this does make it better, but I think I've corrected 2 major issues. That's what it looks like on the top bolted in. You can see I got 2 washers and just bolted it right over the cross member there. Drilled a hole in that, and I have 2 to prevent it from twisting. So that is the video for today. We'll talk to you later.